Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. We are going to dive right in with your reading today. See what's going on out there. What's in the energetic field for my Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? What is in Pisces' highest and best? Please, Spirit. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I am very happy to have you here. These are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. For Pisces, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Wow, Pisces, I'm telling you, I keep telling you guys, this energy of things coming into alignment for you. Things are happening for you. You guys keep getting cards talking about your life purpose, following your dreams and your desires. This is all about when you are on your true path, when you are really following your intuition, when you are really allowing yourself to be guided towards the things that bring you joy, the things that you desire to have more of in your life. Things start to happen. Things start to unfold in a different way. Things start kind of coming towards you. You become attractive. You become a magnet for that which you are seeking. You are getting some kind of new start here. This energy has continuously come out for like a month. And it feels like with this sunshine, we are in the beginning edges of summertime here. It was 90 degrees here yesterday where I live, and boy, I was like, wow, it feels like full-on summer. It was hard to remember that it was just early May. So I feel like there is something coming here. You're on the precipice of it. You may start to get a glimpse of it. You may start to feel that warmth, that happiness, that joy from time to time. There might be just little things that pop up that make you go, wow, yeah, things are about to work out. Yeah, things are really happening in my benefit here. You are going through a cycle completion and a new beginning. And this past cycle, when we close a cycle, it's just like when we learn a spiritual lesson. To learn the lesson is one thing, but to integrate it into your life is a different thing. And it doesn't truly become a part of you until you integrate it into your life. It's like you may know it, but how many times, we all have that friend that gives amazing advice but runs their life into the ditch every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just knowing it or experiencing the ending. It's another thing to fully embrace the gift of it, what you learned from it, the perspective you gained from it. And when we close out a cycle, sometimes one of the biggest things is to fully let it go, to fully surrender it, to fully release it, and to allow our perspective to really shift and change, to know that that is an ending. And when it ends, it's over. We're not carrying it with us into the present. We're not carrying it with us into the future. Only the lessons we've learned. And so, sometimes it's like, especially if we have a hard time letting things go, which is normal, right? We'll keep replaying the event in our mind, and what happens is our body does not know that we're replaying the event in our mind. Our body reacts as if it's happening to us again. We're feeling all the feelings. Our body is releasing all the chemicals that are associated with that experience. So it's really important to be able to know that life is an ever-changing, ever-evolving place. And, one moment slips away to the next, and that moment is forever gone. We can't, run back and try to get it back. We can't hold on to it or cling to it so that it never leaves. It's something that is just the natural way that things are. It's the ebb and flow. And so we too have to remember, just like with a good moment, we might want to savor or hold on to or cling to, those rougher ones, we have to be able to let go of them. And it's hard when something hurts, or when something's difficult, or when something, doesn't work out the way that we hoped, or when something leaves us in this feeling of suffering, or pain, it's hard sometimes to just let it go. But that's the best possible thing we can do. Otherwise, it's going to continue to affect everything that we do from there on out. And it's not meant to. It's meant to give us a shift in our perspective. It's meant to leave us with some kind of gift that we can integrate as we move forward in life. Something that we can have learned from. Something that, sometimes, it can almost be the catalyst for change. It can almost give us the seed of where we're going. Like, I will not experience that again, or I will not forget the lesson that I learned there, and I will focus on that, and I will carry it forward. But when we're focused on the actual event, what was said, what was done, what left us feeling unloved, unheard, unseen, incomplete, whatever, then we're putting that into our foundation for the next cycle, instead of taking the strength and the empowered energy from it and putting that into the foundation of our next cycle. So right now, I feel like you do have this energy where the focus is to let go. The focus is to release yourself from any past things that have let you down or haven't worked out, and to just simply take the gift that you got, the change in perspective, or to allow it to inform you where you need to change your perspective for this new cycle that's coming up. If you are replaying events and you are going over the hurt, or you are going over, or like you're having trouble letting go of, circumstances or something like that, or feeling like, you have the capacity to even change your future, this is saying, there's a need to change your perspective or to look at it differently. And, if you have experienced it, then you don't need to experience it again. So the only reason you're going to experience it again is because where your focus goes, your energy flows. And so if you're focusing in on not wanting to experience it again, you may experience it again, but there's no need for you to. So if you can just let it go and say, well, I checked that off my list. I don't ever have to go back there. I learned what I needed to learn from experiencing that. I don't need to continue to experience it. I'm ready for something new. Then you start to begin to shift into a different outlook and a different energy for where you're headed next. Because you are co-creating your universe. Your thoughts are becoming things. Your thoughts are creating your environment, and you are the architect of your life. You are the builder, the planner, the visionary of your life. And what do you want it to look like? Okay, then go in that direction. Just only focus on what you want and continuously move in that direction and make those choices that support that. We've all of our dreams seem impossible until they come true, right? I mean, I'm just looking at this Eiffel's Tower, and there's a book about the Eiffel Tower and just how, I can't remember the exact story, but it's leaving me with this feeling of no matter what your dream is, whether it's building the Eiffel Tower, whether it's, scaling Mount Everest, whether it's, just getting to the right side of the bank ledger, whether it's, getting a degree, whatever it is, it always seems like a big, giant undertaking that may or may not really pan out. But whether it does or it doesn't, is sort of sometimes immaterial, because sometimes it's something that you find along the way that is what is really meant for you. It's like that dream may take you to a different destination. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of things here, Pisces, where there's a lot of roads opening up for you. And it's just really important to stay open to all the possibilities and to remember that you get to choose. You get to pick, what you want more of in your life and go in that direction. You are creating some kind of foundation for something a cycle that is going to go for a long time. For a lot of you, it is related to your career, to your finances, to setting goals. But you have the capacity right now to come into alignment with, your soul purpose for one thing, and once you do that, everything falls into place. But you have the capacity, I feel like, to come into your into this energy of following what truly matters to you, and everything sort of coming towards you, like the whole world sort of conspiring to make it so. And this can be in love, this can be in your career, this can be just in your general daily life, setting goals for yourself and making them happen, different things like that. You possibly are getting new ideas about how to make things, how to bring something into life here, or how to pursue a path that maybe, I don't know why I'm getting the word adjacent to the one you're on, like it's similar but it's separate. And it's like you just need to make that leap, and then you'll be on the right path. But pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities. You're on the brink of some kind of breakthrough here. And if you are still, we're all on slightly different timelines. If you are still closing out the cycle, it's ask yourself, what is the way that I can look at this that best helps me when it comes to what I'm trying to create in my life? Not that frees me from the stuck feeling of replaying something over and over again. What allows me to really focus forward on what I'm trying to build instead of the past and where I came from and what happened back there. Okay, here we go, Pisces. Let's dive in. Pisces, I feel the energy of someone here. I feel like this is a past person. And the song I'm getting is, I think it's Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Here it is. It says, when I hear our song, it still hurts. And then it says, you're free. Isn't that what you wanted? I blame myself for losing you. It's just the way I am. I can't promise you anything. The memory of you is fading. Do I miss you, or am I just lonely? It's you. It's always been you. There's someone in your energy who is thinking about you, and this almost feels like the energy that tries to tug you back into the past, or tries to pull you kind of backwards, or tries to keep you sort of stuck. It's someone who themselves is stuck. It's someone who themselves was not able to rise up to the occasion that they had with you. I'm really drawn to this. It's the way I am. I can't promise you anything. It's someone who may have always, like, even from the very beginning, been like, Pisces, I can't, I can't. Just that statement, I can't, is a lot, right? It tells you a lot about someone. It's because we can. We are limitless. We are able to do anything. We really can. If we put our mind to it, we can do it, right? And so someone that comes at you with this energy of like, I can't rise above my past, or I can't let go of my past in order to embrace this opportunity that I have with you, or I'm, in some ways you're the person that's going to pay for the hurt that I suffered from this past person, or like, someone cheated on me, and so now I am always worried and afraid, and I just can't open up or be emotionally vulnerable to you. Pisces, you deserve a lot more than that. You're offering much more than that. And I think that that's truly, this connection, it feels like this person wasn't totally in alignment with you. Now, that's not to say that they will always stay in a position where they're not in alignment with you. But Pisces, I feel in this energy here, which definitely feels like your energy, it's like you're turning away from the things that have kept you stuck, or have kept you in a space of not having what you want, or not living the life that you imagine. And you're really looking toward the future and creating that for yourself. or building upon what you have already built for yourself. It's that kind of energy. And with this person, I feel this energy of them, you know, sort of being miserable. It's like when you're sick, you know, when you have the flu, and it's like maybe you had something planned that day and it's like you really want to go, but you're just sick and you're just miserable and you're laying there and your head hurts and there's nothing you can do about it and your body aches, and you know, you know it's just a matter of time before you're nauseous again. And man, it's like, you know, other people are out there, you know, experiencing something that you can't experience because physically you're just unable to rise up to meet that occasion. You're just sick and you just have to give in to being sick. But you have this feeling of like misery, just misery, because you know, being sick is bad enough, but being sick and knowing that you're missing out on something is even worse, right? And I remember I was a kid and I got chickenpox at the end of first grade, and there was like this big picnic party, and I had to miss it because I had the chickenpox. It was terrible. And that's just what this is conjuring up for me. But it's kind of, it's like someone who's, you know, kind of giving into the sickness or giving into the pain and to the suffering instead of letting it go, instead of releasing it, instead of, you know, I mean, eventually when you have the flu, you're going to heal, you're going to get back up, you're going to go see your friends, you're going to go explore and have fun. But this feels like someone who, it's like they just keep going, I can't because you know, I have this ailment, or I'm suffering in this way, or one time I suffered in this way, but it was so bad that I just can't seem to rise above it. I just can't seem to work my way out of it. And as a result, it's like they've missed out. They've missed out on, you know, what the potential was with you. And, you know, it had, this is really, I don't know, the way this is coming through, it's like you did not have the sickness, Pisces. So even though you suffered because of this, and even though you got gypped too because you didn't get to realize the potential of the situation either, you finally can break free. You finally can look toward the future with hope and optimism and release this difficult, heavy, stuck energy. But this person is stuck in the stuck, and they're not, and it's like they're watching you, or they're feeling you or sensing you getting out of it and going on with your life. And it's getting harder and harder for them to hold on. It's getting harder and harder for them. I think for a long time they were kind of like holding on to the memories or holding on to that feeling of being with you or being connected, because I think this person truly does want to be connected. But, you know, they're also someone who has a cynical side. You know, you have this, do I miss you or am I just lonely? You know, it's kind of like, it's like someone who's looking for any other excuse rather than I had deep feelings for Pisces. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's someone who's like, well, maybe I'm just lonely. Well, maybe I just need to go out. Maybe anyone will feel that, you know, anyone could make me feel better. But that's just not true, because you can see it here. It's you. It's always been you. So you definitely have someone, I feel like, that's missing you. I feel like you definitely have someone who's kind of feeling or sensing or seeing or watching you move on, turning your attention to a new cycle and really fully releasing this and letting this go. And I think this person is sort of reaching this sort of like climactic space in the hurt that they feel as a result of this relationship, or the loss that they feel as a result of this relationship, because they weren't able to rise up, because they didn't they're just someone that would rather sit in the energy of blame, regret, can't, you know, those kind of energies, rather than be brave and risk emotional vulnerability. And you may feel this energy heavily at this time. You may feel this person thinking about you. You may feel, because I feel they're very heavy in this energy right now. You may be dealing with another water sign, or this could be referring to you. There may be a third party. You know, Pisces, I feel like you tried to give this person space. I feel like you tried to give this person, you know, you tried to carry on with your own life and just let them figure it out for themselves. I think that, you know, your intuition told you that, like, it had to be that way. It wasn't something that you could fix for this person, that they needed to fix it for themselves. And I think, too, that you knew if you stayed connected to this person in the way that you were connected to this person, or as strongly as you were connected to this person, you were going to somehow, I feel like it's almost like be a dumping ground or be the emotional processor for someone who's incapable or won't take on that challenge for themselves. And in some way, it's almost an enabling energy. It's like, you sticking around just makes it possible for them to stay in some type of situation that's not really working out for them, and isn't in their best interest and isn't in your best interest. And so it's kind of like you had to be the brave one, you had to be the strong one, you had to kind of step away from it, you had to give them their freedom, you had to let them see for themselves what was happening here. And I feel like that was a challenge for you. I feel like, you know, but you made the decision. You did the thing. You found the strength within you to do what you felt and what you knew intuitively was in your best interest and was in the best interest of the connection. And now it's up to this person. Are they going to do it? And it feels pretty heavy. It feels like a very dense energy. Let's dive into the tarot. What can you tell me for Pisces? What is going on here for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? Some of you, they may be in a very unfulfilling relationship or marriage. You have the Seven of Cups with the Hierophant with the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is an energy where, you know, someone may be committed to someone, but their mind is always drifting to some other fantasy or some other person. With the Seven of Cups, you know, there's possibly multiple energies here. But it's kind of like the daydream enables this person to stay in the thought, the hope, the dream, the wish, the fantasy, allows this person to stay in something that, you know, is really leaving them feeling very bored and discontent, feeling very, you know, like, is this all there is? Is this the best that I can hope for? It's kind of like, well, someday when I'm able to pursue that person, that fantasy, that dream, I'll be able to go for it. For others of you, this is commitments that is keeping this person in a space where they're just daydreaming about this. This can be family, this can be religious, this can be, I mean, it's the Hierophant, it can be anything. Community, it can be other people's opinions of them, how they could be seen by other people. But it's like, they're prioritizing that over their dream, over this It's like they're using the dream to enable them to stay stuck in something or committed to something that really is not fulfilling. Let me clarify. This person is holding on. 9 of Wands and the Hierophant, clarifying the 7 of Cups with the Tower at the bottom of the deck. This person is insisting on holding on to something that they've committed to. They're prioritizing that. It's almost an energy of fantasizing about something else, but telling themselves that they have what they want. If you're fantasizing about something else, you don't have what you want. You know, the Tower. I'm just going to take 2 on the Tower real quick. This person's trying to convince themselves that they are actually happy in the situation that they feel they're stuck to. It's like, what in the freaking planet? Devil, 7 of Swords, 9 of Cups with the Empress. This will eventually come crashing down. See, I think Pisces, they may be seeing you as the one, or they may be seeing you. It's maybe not even that they're seeing you as the one, but they are seeing you as someone who is abundant, who is, you know, remarkable, who is like anyone would be lucky to be with that person. They're seeing you on a different level than they see other people. You are occupying a different space in their mind and their heart than other people do. But with the Tower, it's like a whole heck of a lot has to fall apart here for this person to realize that you may be their Empress, or that it can even be like, yeah, man, Pisces is like really spectacular, but I am committed to this relationship, or I'm committed to this, you know, what my family wants, or what, you know, being with someone of my same culture, or my same religion, or my same whatever. And it's like, until that falls apart, until they understand that their happiness actually doesn't come from that space, and that, you know, what they have is an opportunity with someone who comes along very rarely in life. I mean, how many Empresses have you met in your life? They're staying stuck. They're choosing to stay stuck. They're in this misaligned energy, and it's like their thoughts, it's almost like they're intentionally programming their thoughts to betray them. It's like, I'm going to tell myself I'm happy in this situation, where the reality is I actually feel stuck, and it's pretty toxic, and it's making me feel like, you know, really bored and discontent with my life. And I'm observing that there's Pisces is over here, someone really, someone that has it all. You know what I mean? Someone who's probably intelligent, attractive, you know, a manifestor, abundant. Everything she touches seems to turn to gold, and it doesn't have to be female. It can be male. It's just the energy of someone who is in touch with themselves and is manifesting what they desire in their own life. It's a very attractive and powerful energy. And it's like they're observing it, they're seeing it, but they're sitting here stuck in a situation telling themselves that they're happy, trying to convince themselves that they're happy. And until that falls apart, they're holding on to this thing. Lord have mercy. What is this? Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus. You're getting or a Scorpio. All right, let's clarify this Hierophant. You know, this can be even like if it's like a job, you know, if it's against the rules here. The Hierophant's being clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This person is going through something really difficult. There is something here about their way of thinking and how their way of thinking is not supporting their highest and best. Their way of thinking is what's preventing them from being able to follow their heart or to like pursue their what their heart is telling them they want. There is a big spiritual lesson tied up in this, and it feels like with the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, it has to come, or it's coming from a space of what they think they deserve or what they think they're worth or the way that they see themselves. It's like whatever this relationship is, it can be to a job, it can be to a person, it can be to themselves, it can be to their community, it can be to whatever that they're holding on to and just only allowing themselves to daydream about this Empress. It's like it's a reflection of what they think they're worth or what they think they deserve. Pisces, I feel like you have spent some time really thinking about, like, kind of being by yourself and really thinking about what you actually want. Some of you have maybe even found companionship in animals. They're like with these cards that I feel like are representing you. There are these animals, a rabbit or a horse. Doesn't have to be, but there's just this, an animal is amazing. Like, my dog Bhakti. They're just faithful, loyal companions. They're reliable, they're trustworthy, they can provide something, and it's like you may have even realized what you really need or what you're really looking for in a relationship, possibly even from a relationship with an animal. I've learned a lot from relationships with animals, but there's that may not be for all of you, but there is just this energy of I almost feel like not wanting to share a focus or not wanting to diminish your own light or your own worth or your own value because someone isn't able to see their own. With the Prince of Cups, the Chariot, and the Hermit here, it's like you know who you are and you have taken the time to figure that out before possibly yoking up with someone else or getting in some kind of union with someone else. It can even be where you have gotten in unions in the past that have also reflected what you thought about yourself that wasn't positive or that wasn't really true. You are without a doubt a living, breathing, walking miracle. And, any relationship that treats you in a way that is less than that is not a relationship based on the truth of your worth or your value. So there's just this energy here of, taking the time to yourself to figure that out, to possibly even from other relationships. Maybe not with animals, maybe with other people, but there's an energy here of, saying at some point, I'm not willing to sacrifice what I am receiving in a connection based on what someone else thinks they deserve. Like I've taken the time here now to think about what it is I really want and what it is I deserve and what it is I'm bringing to the table. And with the Chariot here, this is a very balanced energy where it's like if I'm yoking up to something or if I'm, going to come into union with something or someone, it has to be someone that shares the same vision of the future that I share and that believes in their worth and their value and their ability to have success in this life to the same degree and the same ability that I do, and is able to be truly vulnerable and prioritize what their heart is saying to them over what society is saying to them or other people are saying to them, or even just, we all have friends that want to be friends with everybody, and they will sort of even if it's like clear that someone is unkind, or they talk badly about people, or they'll still try to be their friend, because in their head it's like best to be friends with everyone. It's best to not have any enemies. And as a result, it's like the trade-off for that is that they are sacrificing pieces of themselves instead. And that's what I feel like. It's like, there may have been a deep love here or a deep potential here, but because this person was in the energy that this person was in, where they were prioritizing this Hierophant type energy over, what they were seeing, what they were experiencing in meeting you, Pisces. It just shows that they're not ready for this yet. Let's see. Let me clarify this. Prince of Cups. And I feel, Pisces, like this relationship may have even been the catalyst for you to become really clear about what you deserve and about what you're looking for moving forward, and about how important it is to find someone who can actually balance with you. So the Prince of Cups is being clarified by Justice with the Hangman on the bottom of the deck. This is definitely your energy, Pisces, where, I feel like the thing that you're really focused on here is an equal give and take and fairness when it comes to, emotional vulnerability and offering your heart. And it's like, until you find what you are looking for here, until you find someone who is on your level, there's a sense of, I don't really need to settle. I don't really need to put myself out there. Because every time you do, it results in suffering. When you tell yourself, yeah, well, I see this person is struggling, or I see this person has a low idea of themselves, or, has low self-esteem or whatever, but I think I could get in a relationship with them, and I think if I love them, then they'll be able to see themselves through my eyes, and then they'll rise to meet that occasion, or they'll begin to see themselves differently and begin to have a different experience, and then they'll be ready for what it is to be in a relationship with me. And I feel like your days of that are done. I feel like with Justice, it's like you're making a commitment to yourself and to your heart that, when you've done that in the past, you've had to recover from it. You've had to have some time and some space to, like, even separate yourself from the energy of the relationship or the energy of that person. And it takes a toll on you. And I feel like with the Justice and the Prince of Cups, there is this commitment to your own heart here, Pisces, where you're kind of like, if you cannot match me, if you cannot balance me out, if you cannot be equal to me on this level, on this emotional journey, then I do not see you. I do not recognize you as an option. Yeah, that's how I feel. All right, let's see. What is this Chariot? Wow, holy smokes, Pisces, you got somebody major coming in here. Somebody major coming in here. You got the Four of Wands came shooting out, and then you have the energy of the Five of Wands with the Three of Cups here. There is something here where it almost feels like a consistent battle or a consistent obstacle that you are facing here is maybe finding someone or recognizing someone, but that someone is already in a relationship, or but that someone is maybe if they're a friend, and there's some kind of obstacle here around around the people that you're finding or that you're meeting, that you're seeing as someone who is a good choice for you. This could be that person, but this feels like consistently there is some delay or some obstacle that you face where it's like, yeah, I find someone, but they're already in a relationship, or I find someone, but we have a different kind of relationship, or something is finally coming together. This obstacle, this delay is being removed. You see the celebration happening here on the Four of Wands. And with the Three of Cups, yeah, you got the Ten of Wands here. You're coming to the end of a difficult cycle where you have had this obstacle of the Five of Wands, external interference. Either someone has already been in a relationship with the Three of Cups and the Five of Wands, or somebody, it's like they're not wanting to not be single. They want to stay single. They're not ready for a commitment. Like, you're finding consistently people where there is some obstacle. Not anymore. With the Chariot and the Four of Wands, this is like a deep soul connection that's finally having an opportunity to come into union. So whether this is someone who from your past who is letting go of what was the obstacle, or whether this is someone new that's coming in as a result of your commitment to yourself and to your own heart to not sacrifice, it's like either that commitment that you made to yourself is having an impact on a past person to where they are evolving into someone who can show up for you, or this is where you haven't refused to settle and you have made this commitment to yourself to where it's bringing someone in who can match you, who can be on equal footing with you, where this can possibly be a long-term relationship where it's like you're meeting someone who's ready to meet you. With the handshake, it's like, hello, hello, it's nice to meet you, and we're shaking hands to seal that energy. There's nothing coming in between us. There's no obstacle, there's no delay, there's only celebration that we've now met. So this is something that is coming around as a result of some time you have taken to be by yourself, to think about what you really want, and to then also commit. Remember how I was talking about when you learn a soul lesson, it's not just enough to learn the lesson, we have to integrate it as well. Well, this feels like that in a way. It's like you've taken the time to figure out what you really, really want, but then on top of it, you've also committed to yourself to getting it for yourself. And you've clearly honored that in some way. And what that is doing is it is removing sort of the typical obstacles. It's allowing you to close out this cycle. Shoot, look at that. The Empress is underneath that. Oh, and the Sun and the Ace of Wands. Pisces, you're about to get something you really, really want. Something is coming in here, and it's solid, it's stable, it's good. It's got a good, solid foundation. And the foundation is actually you making this decision, this commitment to yourself is the foundation of what is coming. All right, so let's keep going here, Pisces. Wow, you're not waiting for it. It's coming. You may have had to be patient. You may have had to wait for it for a long time. This may have been very challenging mentally for you with the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Wow. Sorry, so many things want to come out in the same breath that it's hard. They're all just crashing into each other. Okay, so what this is there's something here that I feel like you may have been waiting for a long time, or you may have, there's almost the energy of waiting is almost an energy of being stuck. There was some kind of mental challenge with this, okay? Let me clarify the Devil, of course. I'm just going to take one like this. I'm going to clarify it. I just need to take one like this. I do it my own way. You guys know that about me. Yes. Oh my God, look at this. I just showed you the Ace of Wands was in the bottom of this deck. Look. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. The Ace of Wands underneath the Sun and the Empress. See, you're closing out a cycle of obstacle and delay, of something always being in the way of you being able to have the relationship with the person who you see the potential with, okay? And now you're coming into this space where you are truly co-creating with the universe, what it is, your own happiness. You're bending the will of the universe to your own way here, Pisces, by the commitments you're making to yourself and holding and maintaining and keeping. And what it is doing is it's bringing in an energy of you having what you want, this new opportunity, okay? And so how that's coming out, how that's being expressed in the cards here, again, like it's a confirmation, is that you have the Three of Wands. This is something that I feel like it may have at times felt so far away from you, or something so distant, so removed. I'm getting the same feeling I got when I saw that Eiffel's Tower card. It's like, I have a dream, I have a desire, I have something that I want, but you know, it feels improbable or impractical or impossible or far, far away. That distance is being closed. That waiting, that sense of not already having it is coming to an end. Its time is here. Its time is coming. Yeah. So with the Devil, you have it clarified by the Ace of Wands. This, honestly, I'm just going to put this out there because you cannot see the Devil with the King of Wands or the Ace of Wands, or God forbid all three together. Someone is very attracted to you, Pisces. But I mean, almost like impossibly so. Like they're just not going to be able to hold themselves back. And with the Ace of Wands coming out sideways, clarifying the Devil, this is you going for what you want, and it is the process of you getting it. It's something that's in transformation. You know, we begin with the commitment to ourselves, but then we begin to see it manifest in real life. I tell you guys this all the time. The wands, it's like the wands represent how we are calling what we desire down from the ethers into real life. And this is that process of saying, you know what, this is what I want. I'm manifesting this. But it's beyond that. I'm committing to it. I believe it is already mine. I believe that I have it. I believe that I deserve it. I believe that I'm worthy of it. And, you know, as this energy grows, as this energy has an opportunity, you know, moving energy in the ethers is very easy. It's lightweight, you know, it's abundant. It's just, it's always moving. In the heavy material world, it's harder because this is the heavy material world. So when we're calling something down from the ethers, it does take time, right? But you are giving up staying stuck to some way of believing or some way of feeling that where it's almost focused on the lack of having it, the distance between you and what you want, the improbability, the impracticality, the impossibility, whatever it is, you know, that mindset, once you release that, once you let it go, once you say, I've seen it happen for other people. If it happens for other people, why can't it happen for me? Or, I mean, whatever it is, you have to tell yourself to understand that, you know, you are as worthy, and it is equally as possible to happen for you as it is for other people. And yeah, the world, the material world is heavy and it's messed up, and it is slanted and it is skewed, and anybody who tells you it's not is full of crap. It is. But it's not impossible, and it's not impractical, and it's not out of your reach. It is absolutely within your reach. Everything that you want is within your reach, and it's only your mentality or staying stuck to the things that are holding you back from understanding that or knowing that, which oftentimes is the distance between you and the thing. The like I want is basically saying I don't already have it. You know, I want $1 million. It's saying I don't have it. You're actually manifesting the lack of having it when you say things like that. And so the thing is, this is you're transforming what has held you back from actually having what you want. And it is mental. Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck both times. This is just coming to a place of peace and neutrality with your thoughts. Our thoughts create our experience, okay? But the more distance that we can get from our thoughts, the more we can become the observer of our thoughts, the more we can fall into this space of, I am not my thoughts. My thoughts don't control me. My thoughts are just things floating through. I don't have to get attached to them. I don't have to allow them to rule me. I can come to a place of peace with my thoughts. I am so much more than my thoughts. That our thoughts are human, you know, and 90% of us really is not human. 90% of us is limitless. So when we let our thoughts determine our situation in a way that is a way of lack of I don't already have it, or I need it, or I want it, or I'm desperate for it, or I'm longing for it, or if I could just, or focusing on the fact that we don't have it, that keeps us stuck. It keeps us from having it. I hope you know it. You guys know you're out there in the paying attention to all these things. All right, let me. You're getting something you want here, and it's as a result of changing your way of thinking, and it is around this idea of it being far away from you, or being impossible, or being impractical, or something like that. You're dropping that from your vernacular here. What is the Three of Wands? Yeah. You are in control of you got the Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups. There's an energy here of, you know, with the Page of Wands, this is when you look at the Two of Wands, it's like the guy standing there with the globe and the two wands, and he's got his one hand on the wands, but he's really at the crossroads. He's really making the choice. He's making the decision. When you see the Page of Wands, this is someone who has made the decision to go on the adventure, to take the risk, to just go for it. And, you know, a lot of times what keeps us from going for what we really want, and for allowing the distance to stay between us and them, or you know, the Three of Wands is also an energy of sort of like waiting for our ships to come in, like just waiting for the universe to drop what we want on our doorstep. This is an energy of taking control. This is an energy of using your free will choices to support what it is that you want to see more of in your life. And if it is emotional contentment with another person, then this Page of Wands, Ten of Cups is representing that you're not going to choose things that are not making you emotionally content now. In other words, if you were waiting for someone to come back, someone who had told you, I just can't give you what you want, like, because they're stuck, then you're letting their stuckness keep you stuck. And you're not, there are many, 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 many people in this world that can make you emotionally content, or that you can experience emotional contentment with. It's a joint endeavor. It's a joint effort. Someone who tells you off the bat, I can't do that, I would listen to them. If what you really want is emotional contentment, then find the person that's ready to be emotionally content with another person. You know, this is about making choices that support what you want. Maybe, you know, the person who's ready to be emotionally content with another person is not who you imagine they would be, or, you know, maybe the past person is your ideal person physically. And there's someone new here who is, you know, they're ready for emotional contentment with another person. They've done the work on themselves, but they're not your ideal person physically. Well, are you going to let them not being your ideal person physically stand in the way of you being able to experience emotional contentment with another person? And that's a choice for you to make. But with the Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups here, above all else, you are choosing emotional contentment, and you are choosing equality and balance and wholeness, and people who are equally as matched as you are to bring as much to the table as you do emotionally. And these are your free will choices, and your choices, once you start making these choices, your world begins to reflect it. What is the Devil and the Ace of Wands for Pisces? The Moon and the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, a lot of times our ideas of ourself, our view of ourself, it can be really brought to us by our subconscious. You know, like our subconscious will tell us you're not worthy, or You know, other people seem to have it easier in life, or other people are attractive and have all these friends and are always doing all these things that seem so exciting and adventurous and like whatever. And that can sort of program your subconscious mind to being like, I am not one of those people, or I am not, our subconscious shows up in a lot of ways, including every decision we make. And when you think about how the decisions you make impact your life, then you know that your subconscious is showing up clearly all over your life. And with the Tower here, this is a major change. This is a breakthrough when it comes to our subconscious mind and how we're seeing ourselves. There is something about how reality is now reflecting something different here. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is, you know, this is an energy, this is a massive shift that you're going through here, Pisces. Massive shift. The way you're looking at things, the way you're making decisions, the way, like, your perspective has changed, your decision making has changed, your thoughts and ideas about what you want and whether you're worthy of it or whether you deserve it. It's kind of, I feel like those ideas, just the thought that you might not be worthy of it. Listen, you wouldn't have that dream, you wouldn't have that vision, you wouldn't have that goal if you weren't worthy of it. You are worthy of it. I can tell you that. So the thing is, with this Nine of Pentacles, this is where there is this huge shift, this huge change with the Tower and the Moon in our subconscious, in the way that we're interpreting ourselves. And it seems as though it's come from spending some time by yourself with that Hangman, that Hermit, and that Page of Cups, to solidify really who you are in your own eyes, or what you're capable of in your own eyes, or something. It may even be like understanding the world around you better. Let me clarify this Tower. Wow. There's that Three of Wands. There's that Seven of Cups. 10 of Swords. So there is something here, wow, that has kept you stuck for a long time, Pisces. With the King of Pentacles here, I feel like it has something to do with your own solidness, your own abundance, your own stability. And, you know, with the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the 10 of Swords, this is where it's like feeling distant from your dream. The Seven of Cups is our daydream. The Three of Wands is that distance that exists between us and that. And with the 10 of Swords, this is what we've been telling ourselves about this dream, or about our ability to have this dream. With the Devil, we've been stuck. We've been stuck to something lower vibrational that hasn't been serving us, and it's existed in our subconscious. Which, you know, when you're consciously aware of something, you can do something to change it. When you're not consciously aware of something, then you can't really change it. How do we become consciously aware? A lot of times it's because we start looking at the world around us and going, this doesn't really reflect either how I think I see myself, or what I really want, or where I feel like I'm going. And then we can take a deeper dive of, okay, well, what decisions have I made that got us here? Okay, well, what's reflected in that decision? Was that the decision that I really wanted to make? Was that me risking it for my dream? Or was that me playing it safe and going, well, you know, I need to keep a roof over my head, or I need to keep food on the table, or, you know, I better not leave this position for that, because, you know what I'm saying? What is it reflective of? Only we can answer that for ourselves. And once we become aware of that, and once we become aware of our own capacity to provide stability to ourselves and to be sort of that like thing that creates more abundance in our life, you know, then that is what is reflected back to us. And so Pisces, I see that what is getting reflected, I mean, right underneath the Nine of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles. So there is this sense of, you are beginning to see here what is being reflected back to you is different. What is being reflected back to you is your own stability, your own strength, your own limitlessness, your own capacity to create abundance in your own life. That is what's happening. And it is a result of something really shifting or changing in your subconscious mind. That is even probably reflected in your way of thinking, the things that you're telling yourself here with the Six of Swords. It's happening all over the place here for you, Pisces. All right, so let's see what's happening as a result of this. Wow, Wheel of Fortune comes shooting out, and on this card it's Lakshmi, which is really good fortune. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have Temperance, and you have the Princess of Wands. Pisces, you are taking control of your own life after a long period of time of just, with the Temperance here, it just feels like trying to stay balanced, trying not to lose it in life, you know, trying possibly to recover from something, to heal something. But there's just this energy of this is now giving way to a time in which you are taking control of the wheel of your ship, and you are driving it definitely in the direction of your dreams. And with the Wheel of Fortune, the universe is conspiring to help you. With the King of Swords here, this can be somebody outside watching you, maybe an air sign, maybe someone who's very interested in you, maybe somebody who's even watched this transformation or the shift take place, maybe someone who's coming in as a result of this transformation or the shift taking place. And this can also be where, you know, sometimes when you are naturally, innately an emotional being, and you are very sensitive and you are very empathetic and compassionate and really tied to the emotion, which you definitely are, Pisces, sometimes adopting an energy of a King of Swords is not a bad thing. It's not a place you want to stay forever, right? But it is somewhere where it's like, okay, right now I'm just kicking ass and taking names. Right now, I'm just making decisions that are in my highest and best good and that are in alignment with what I want and what I desire. And I'm taking action on those things. I'm not afraid. I'm not anything. I'm just going for it. And I know that I have the capacity to make smart decisions that are in alignment with my dreams and what I desire. And, you know, the Temperance energy, you know, shifting out of that into an energy of like, no, now I'm going for it, is a healthy thing, because you know, Temperance is not an energy that we're meant to stay in. It's a beautiful energy. It's a wonderful energy. It's a fabulous energy. It's an energy of, you know, us rebalancing, recentering, healing. You know, it is also something that represents the balance between the emotional and the practical. And, you know, I see that with this Princess of Staves, the Princess of Wands here. There's this energy of, yeah, I'm coming from a solid foundation of being grounded and centered and having come back into balance with myself, knowing my truth, knowing what it is going to take for me to create the life that I really want, and just going for it. And, you know, you could have a King of Swords watching on, someone who's really interested in you, someone who's considering stepping up and communicating with you. This could be a real change in fortune. This could even be someone from your past with Temperance that can talk about a reconciliation. It can also be, you know, an energy that you're taking on to kind of balance out the natural, innately emotional side of yourself, to just get stuff done, to just accomplish, to get yourself to the next place in life. So let's clarify. Wow. You guys are definitely calling in a relationship. And this happens, oh my God, you guys, the sun. This happens when you, oh my God, Pisces. I love this Ace of Cups. Because part of the Ace of Cups is opening up. It is just, oh my God. Oh, Pisces, Lord have mercy on my soul. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune with the Ace of Cups, the Sun, the Empress, and the Two of Cups, okay? So definitely here, there is someone coming in. There is a major change that is taking place. I think it happens within you first, and then you start to see it outside yourself. And this is an energy where what you are seeking is seeking you, and it's meeting up with you, okay? This is a time of huge expansion, growth, happiness, clarity, healing, very positive energy. And the Ace of Cups can talk about self-love, and sometimes it comes from that place. With that Prince of Cups energy, there is this place of knowing the value of your true authentic heart and not, compromising it, not settling for it, listening to it, allowing it to guide you, and allowing it to kind of illuminate your path and where you're going, and inform you of what to open up to receive. And it's kind of like the more you hold on, or the more you sort of commit to yourself, and the more you commit to only taking things in, or really opening up to things that really are meeting you here in this space of health and well-being and equality, then everything is just multiplying here. Everything, you go from the Ace of Cups to the Two of Cups. You have the Sun and the Empress here. These are both cards that the Sun is the happiest card of the deck. The Empress is the manifesting queen of the deck. Like, nothing is impossible for her. So this is an energy where you have the Wheel of Fortune is what we're clarifying. There's a major shift and a major change where in the past, where you have felt like things do not work out for you, or where you can't clearly see your way forward, or where you kind of have to pull yourself out of the game with that Hangman we saw earlier, because the things that you're receiving are not in alignment with you, or are not giving you what you want. If you're going for the Ten of Cups and you're continuously finding heartbreak, or you want to advance yourself financially or in your career, and every decision that you're making, or every choice you're making, is leading to a closed door, or an impossible situation, or something that you feel you have to get out of somehow, this is where all of that changes. And it changes as a result of you, I feel like, spending some time by yourself, getting clear about what it is you want, and also getting clear about the no sacrificing. It's like, either it is this or it isn't this. And if it is this, then I invest, I go all in. If it isn't this, then I stay the frick away. I don't let it in a little bit. I don't consider it. I don't open myself up to it. And what it is doing is, it's finally, you are in the right place at the right time. You are single when someone is coming in who is also single, who can fill your cup, and you can fill their cup. I mean, this is, you've literally, I feel like, manifested a soulmate and a whole lot of happiness here. It's a major shift where things are definitely working out for you. What is Temperance and the Princess of Wands, please? Yeah, Pisces, I mean, without a doubt. Yeah, there's someone coming in that is absolutely sure about what they want with you. Knight of Wands, and this can even be you going after what you want with the Page or the Princess of Wands and the Knight of Wands here. This is a space where you are completely at peace, or you are possibly are coming together with someone where you're mentally at peace. You're not wondering where you stand, or how they feel, or how you feel, or if this is something that's positive, or if it's not. With the Six of Swords here, it's like there's no choppy water. This is very you're at peace. You're seeing things clearly, and you're like, okay, this isn't, it's giving me that whole, the right person comes in and finds you in pieces and takes you to a place of peace. The wrong person comes in and finds you in a place of peace and takes you to pieces. Well, with the Six of Swords here, there's this energy of someone who's kind of joining you on the path where you're at. With this Temperance and this Princess of Wands, they probably want the same things that you want in life. And what they're seeing in you, and what they're observing with the Page of Swords within you, is telling them that you are someone that shares their same vision, and that shares their same plan, and that has the capacity to do the work, to build the thing, to collaborate with them. This person, I feel, is very sure. I feel a very gung-ho energy when it comes to pursuing you, Pisces. So take that as it resonates. But this is really beautiful energy. I think you've gone through a period of challenges where it's like a lot of things didn't work out. You made a lot of decisions or a lot of choices, and a lot of things didn't happen for you. I feel like you're switching into a high gear here where things are really going to start taking off in a big way. And I do feel like you have like a major love coming in. All right, if you are dealing with a water sign, you have abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. I'm starting to understand our connection. We don't share the same values. Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. And soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. And if you are dealing with a fire sign, I would do it all again. I will wait for a sign from you. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. I daydream about a life with you. I wish we could go back. I'm in a committed relationship. On the bottom of the deck, it says, I want you so badly. I feel like some of you have past people that really have to break free of something. And it's like you broke free, and I'm just not sure that they have. And yeah. All right. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you're getting healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. You didn't see my tears. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Fate. This is a destined partnership. I knew exactly what I was doing. I compare others to you. You let me down. All right, if you're dealing with an air sign, you're getting, I'm becoming a better person. I wish I could share my good news with you. Boundaries, firm boundaries are needed now. Go slow, take time to get to know each other. I am not available. I wonder if you are happy without me, and I want to feel that way again. And let's see what this one is. Rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. I feel like there's a little bit of new and a little bit of old energy in that air sign reading, and we do see the King of Swords here. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you today. I feel like you definitely have love coming in a big way. Until next time, you guys, I am sending you off with all my very best. Always. Bye-bye.